Hi, I'm Misso.
Hi, I'm G, and we're the
Watching
Watching Dead. So far we've gotten through 4 of the 6 episodes in the first season. We are about to start on the 5th episode. It's 5. It's full hand. Hand full. High five.
Yep.
And yeah, we're coming off of what was a rather eventful, if somewhat slower in pace episode with episode 4. And so let's just kick it on into episode 5 and see what's going down.
Atlanta isn't what we thought. It's not what they promised the city is. Do not enter the city.
You have to be kind of dumb to go into a major metropolitan area and then zombie apocalypse anyway.
Papa.
We're camped a few miles northwest up by a big abandoned rock quarry. You can see it on a map. I hope you come find us. But be careful.
I just spit sweat everywhere.
Yep.
Last night, walkers came out of the woods. We lost people. Watch yourself. Morgan, take care of your boy. I'll try again tomorrow at dawn.
I'm about to make out with this walkie-talkie. When he walks over there and she's like,
Mm-hmm.
Same as you.
It's awesome.
How it is.
Yep.
Oh, wrong side.
Andrea. I know how the safety works.
Starting to see the
Sorry.
early emergence of the more badass Andrea.
Too bad that's how it happened.
Yep.
Hey, what are you guys doing? This is for geese. Our people go over there. Our people go in that row over there. We don't burn them. We bury them. Understand?
I understand, Glenn.
People go in that row over there.
I can understand it, but I'm kind of with Daryl. It is just more energy efficient.
Yes.
Y'all left my brother for dead. You had this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell. A walker got it. A walker been jammed.
And this is the first time we have to deal with it like this.
Show it to us. Show it to us. I'm okay.
Ooh, that's not okay, son.
I'm okay.
You need a shot.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh.
This is our chance to get to see how it works.
Pickaxe in his head, and the dead girls will be done with it.
Is that what you want? Who are you?
Yeah, and I thank you why you did it.
I hate to say it, I never thought I would, but maybe Daryl's right.
Choosing a monster dead with some rabid dog.
I'm not suggesting it's
Hey, man, we start down that road, where do we draw the line? The line's pretty clear. Zero tolerance for walkers, or the debate.
What if we can get him help?
My babies were standing together.
I heard that too. I heard a lot of things from the world. What the hell? What if the CDC's still up and running? And that is a stretch right there. Why? If there's any government left, any structure at all, they protect the CDC at all costs, wouldn't they? I think it's our best shot. Shelter, protection,
Okay, you want those things, all right? I do too, okay?
Now, if they exist, they're at the Army base, Fort Benning.
That's 100 miles in the opposite
That
direction.
is right. But it's away from the hot zone. Now, listen to me. If that place is operational, we'll be heavily armed. We'd be safe there. The military were on the front lines of this thing. They got overrun. We've all seen that. The CDC's our best choice and June's only chance. You go looking for aspirin. Do what you need to do. That's what his ass on balls and take care of this damn crowd. Hey! We don't kill the
It's funny. Coming from a man who just put a gun to my head.
We may disagree on some things. Not on this. You put it down. Go.
I'll do it. It's my husband.
Now we see the softer side of Daryl. And the stronger side of Carol.
Yes, indeed. And the inside of Ed.
Oh, yeah. You can practically read his thoughts in that scene, which are, gentler sex my ass.
This bitch is crazy. This is the first time we see.
Yeah, this is the first time we see
one
the
of our own
resurrection happen.
people. Oh yeah, and that too. Congratulations, Amy.
And this episode surprisingly has a lot of firsts.
Amy, I'm sorry.
So there's that echo I keep talking about.
For not ever being there. And I always thought there'd be more time.
I didn't know if you thought it counted.
I'm here now, Amy. I'm here. I love you.
Lame.
Mm-hmm. That would be really difficult to do. What's the highest fever you've ever had that you can remember?
104.
104?
Nobody wants
Yeah.
that.
I passed out in the hallway at the house.
It's not about what you want.
How about you?
That,
It's,
that sounds
I gotta
weird.
do the
That's not
conversion.
like
It was when I was in
what you want.
France.
Ooh.
Well, I want you. If
It's like 104, close to 105. I can just remember how much everything hurt. You know, the few minutes here and there where I was, conscious and coherent, it's just nothing but pain.
what's the name, girls? There are two guys a hobo. You know that, right? Amy's there. Swimming. You watch the boat, right? said you would. I'll watch the boat. Don't worry.
Raph had to do that a few times with me. I would say something, and I would start to get fixated on it. Did Jason have to do that with you?
This was when I was in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did your parents or whatever have to do that? Were you-
Probably.
Okay.
Lori's mistake. But you can't tell me that fixing your marriage is what put people's lives at risk.
Most around here can make up their minds about bringing my marriage into it. It's a habit you need to break.
I guess I'll just have to do this to have to I'm breaking. Whether I like it or not. What habits? If it was your family, you'd feel differently.
Wrong thing to say.
Oh.
I get them saved, man. I looked after them like they were my own. That's what I did, man.
I didn't mean it that way.
How'd you mean it? Go on, man. How'd you mean it?
You misinterpreting it, man. You're just hearing it wrong.
Yeah?
Shane, no. No.
It's a little too much excitement in that face for me.
Yeah. It is such a bromance. It really is.
Oh.
Busted.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Busted.
Start wearing reflective vests out here. Cheers. Come on, man.
My bones are like glass. Every little bump. God, this ride's killing me.
Get me here. I'm done. Just leave me. I want to be with my family. Bit. I don't think you know what you're asking. Fever. You've been delirious more often than not. I know, don't you think I know?
Mm.
I'm clear now. In 5 minutes, I may not be. Rick, I know what I'm asking. I want this. Meet me here. No, that's on me. Hey, another damn tree. Hey, Jim. I mean, you know it doesn't need to be this. No. That's good. Breeze feels nice. Okay. All right.
stuff coming out of my eyeball.
Ooh.
It's a tear. Oh, snap.
Yep.
Jenner here. It's day 194 since wildfire was declared, and 63 days since the disease abruptly went global. There's no clinical progress to report. I finally got the scrubbers in the East Sector shut down to save power. Wish I could have done it a month ago, but it took me that long to figure it out. Could have saved a lot of amps. Still not sleeping well. Can't seem to keep regular hours. Living underground doesn't help. Not knowing if it's day or night. Just feeling very off kilter these days.
So what did you think the first time you saw that?
What the
Yeah.
Yay, work.
Full decontamination
Ah.
Yeah. I wonder what the actual decontamination protocol is for diseases like that.
Complete.
You work in that industry. Maybe you could call up the CDC and ask them.
Tragedy of their
Word.
loss cannot be overstated.
I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna blow my brains out.
That's epic.
I haven't decided.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
What?
But tonight, I'm getting drunk.
I've had nights like that.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Tomorrow the world might end, but tonight I'm getting wasted.
How far do you think I can chuck this, huh? Pretty far, I bet. Oh! It's out of the stadium!
I suppose if you were in that circumstance, that situation, you would do something similar.
Yes.
There's nobody here. Then why did you shut us down? Walker! Listen, wake up! You made a call. There's a broadcast call. You hear me? Shut up. Shut up. Make this is a dead end.
Where are we gonna go?
Do you hear me? No light.
She's right, we can't be here. It's supposed to the city after dark.
Fort Nettie, makes no mouse.
On what? No food, no fuel. It's 100 miles.
125, I checked the map.
Forget Fort Benning. We need answers tonight, now.
We'll think of something. Please, let's get out of here. Let's go. Please.
Mm-hmm.
The camera, it moved. You imagined it.
It moved. It moved. 15 minutes.
It's an automated device, man. It keeps me just winding down. Come on.
I'll just go away.
Stand. Okay, stand. Let go, Rick. I know you're in there. I know you can hear me. We're desperate. Go. Please help us. We have women, children, no food, hardly any gas left. We're nowhere else to go. Please don't. You don't understand. Please. Come on.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He was freaking the F out.
Yeah, he was.
That's perfect.
It's like spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hello again. We are back. We are doing the reshoot of all of the commentary from season 1 because the original commentary sucked. Yeah. We really didn't know what we was doing. So we're back.
We think we know sort of maybe what we're doing.
Yeah, we got bullet points now. We planned this better. But here we are. This is the commentary for episode 5 of season 1, Wildfire. So
We have the
We start-
aftermath.
yeah, we start off with the aftermath of the Walker attack on camp. Amy is dead.
Yes.
Ed is dead.
Yay!
And Jim was bit. This is an episode of firsts. This is the first time we see what a Walker attack, even just a small group of them, because this was not no full-fledged
No.
herd. We see the kind of damage they are capable of. This is the first time we see somebody die die and then come back.
Come back.
It's also the first time we see what they have to do to prevent that from happening. Which, yay, go Carol, you go girl. I would have done worse. I would have got him once into the head, and then it would have just been random throughout the
Yeah.
rest of the body.
Like, just start at the head.
Yeah.
And at the feet. Both feet. What the hell?
Yeah. Make sure to get the hands and the genitals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad dude.
Yeah, we really don't like him.
Jim got bit.
Jim got bit, so this is also where we see what happens when somebody gets bit and is not killed.
Right. Do you kill him? Do you
Yeah, what's the
Try
moral
to-
calculus there? How do you handle it?
And it's funny because we see, seemingly, Dale and Daryl are like
In
on
agreement.
the same side. Never
Yeah.
happens. I mean,
Yeah.
And Rick and Shane too,
Yeah.
because they're like, no, we're not doing it. We're not killing them. We got to stop and think. Or it'd been nice had they thought it out beforehand, but
Yeah. Well, I get the sense that everyone in the camp had come to kind of an agreement that if any one of them was bit, or any of them, were killed in an attack, that the survivors would destroy their brain
yeah.
in order to prevent them from coming back as a walker from reanimating. But the issue was Jim was still alive.
Yeah.
But they knew he was going to die because once you've been bitten, you're going to get the fever, you're going to die, and you're going to reanimate.
Yeah.
There's no stopping it.
And we see with Jim the fever. Intense.
Oh yeah, I can remember the few times I've had fevers that high, and before you start to get into the delirium from them, the pain it's excruciating.
Yeah.
And this is just when you're laying in bed and you're not being moved.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how difficult it would have been for him to be in a vehicle that was moving along unpaved roads. It almost would have been more merciful to kill him.
Yeah.
But,
the reason they moved him.
yeah, they wanted to go to the CDC in hopes of finding a cure. And, I mean, it's admirable, but at the same time, if there had been a cure at the CDC, there would have been news about it.
Right.
And there's a lot of questions that come up, and we start to see some of the philosophical struggles that they will have to come to terms with in this episode. One, can you force somebody to kill a family member who has died to prevent them from coming back, as you see with Andrea and Amy? And Andrea eventually does kill Amy after she reanimates. We see from Amy there, we also see another sign of that echo.
Right, yeah. With the
Yeah.
reaching up and
Yeah.
Before she tries to eat her.
Yeah. So we start to see some of these questions. We also see where Glenn, he freaks out. He wants the walkers burned, but the people buried.
Buried, yeah.
We can see where Daryl is very proactive. He wants to ensure that there are no walkers reanimating in the camp. He does not want reanimations happening in the camp.
Right.
And you can see his point, because if one reanimates there in the camp, there's it's a lot more dangerous.
Right.
So I can see his point, and at the same time I can see the other guy's point, where they're like, we can wait.
Yeah, and Lori, I think, makes mention of it later when, I guess the burial, it, has to do with the mourning and the grieving, and I guess if they can allow themselves that time.
Yeah, that kind of time and energy.
I don't know.
Yeah. I can get the points on that, and yeah, that's actually one of the few times where she makes a good point.
What?
Yeah. It does happen.
I don't know you anymore.
Hey, you know what? Black holes also evaporate. It happens, but we're talking it's pretty rare.
Yes.
So,
lots of emotion, lots of philosophical questions.
lots of arguments, too.
Yes.
Shane and Rick really, really lock horns this episode, because Shane wants to go to Fort Benning. He's focused on finding a secure location. Rick wants to go to the CDC because he wants to take Jim. He's still got so much of that, that sweetness, that I want to help out, that drove him probably to become a sheriff's deputy.
Truth. Yeah.
And they're locking horns over that. They're also locking horns over the fact that Rick took Daryl and Glenn.
Yeah, and T-Dog.
And went to Atlanta. Because Rick and them, they came back to the camp as the walkers started their attack.
Right.
And Shane is angry about that. He blames Rick, says that if those 4 guys had been there, then they might not have had as many people dead. And then Rick points out that they were low on guns and ammunition. And if they hadn't gone back to Atlanta,
I mean, I don't, thinking on it, I don't know if it would have mattered that they were there. I don't know.
I think that having those particular men there would not have mattered if the rest of them had been better organized, and if they had had better planning and had taken more time to really secure a perimeter. They didn't do those things. Having 4 more guys, even though we're talking about the 4 most awesome, was not going to make that much of a difference.
The other thing I think in this episode, Lori, we have Shane working, like trying to get her to convince Rick to do one thing, but she's like, no, he's my husband. She's got to, if it's solidarity or, just...
You can't really get a read on her. She does seem to run hot and cold.
Yeah.
And to me, she seems almost two-faced.
Yeah.
But that's it for this episode. We got a lot more to cover in the next.
Yeah.
Loved the ending on this one. Very, very Star Trek. They should have played the Star Trek theme at the end.
Definitely. It was all platinum and metal and light and alien-y.
Bum, 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 bum. Da 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 da.
Alrighty then.
So I'm G.
I'm Misso.
And we're the Watching Dead.